What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Lisa Blonay, and you're locked in with Blonay Media, where we break down what the internet is talking about right now. If it's trending, viral, or messy, we are covering it live. Let's get into the timeline. Guys, welcome, everybody in the chat, everybody who's tapped in. Let's get into this, you guys. It is time for me to clear the air, okay? And I'm glad that you guys are here. Before I even get started, I want to say shout out to Sean Davy Way, not only for being an advocate for Junior, but for always being damn good at what he does, okay? And for always sticking to the script of truth, all right? Now, let's go ahead and get into this now. Recently, I had an ex-church member that had attended churches that Chrisean had attended. She was not specifically a member of Chrisean's home church because she lives in Oklahoma, but Chrisean had visited her church and had attended her church. Okay. Now, she says that the beginning of her relationship with Chrisean started when Chrisean was in jail. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and get into this. Fast forward to not but 72 hours ago, I was on live as I normally do. I saw her in the chat and she was saying some things that caught my attention. Things like she was kicked out of the church. She saw Junior condition and it was horrible. She had been, all of her social media had been removed. And so that caught my attention as well as my chat, right? So I opened up my platform, okay? I opened up my platform, gave her the option if she wanted to hop up and say something because I mean, to be honest, I wanted to hear what she had to say. Now, when she got on my platform, she introduced herself, she went into her story, and I can honestly say from the jump, I believed her, okay? I believed what she was saying and her experience that she had with seeing Junior, okay, and what she saw. But now things have taken a turn, okay? Now, I'm not going to say for the worst, but they have definitely taken a turn, okay? Let me go ahead and get into this, guys. Thank you guys so much for tapping in to Bonet Media, and thank you guys so much for your patience, all right? Thank you for not burning a sister at the stake, okay? But let's go ahead and get into this because there's some things I have to say, okay? So remember the former church member who came on my platform and told her story, yeah? Well, she has a lot more to say. And what started as a conversation has now turned into something a lot more serious. And honestly, I really, look, it's kind of like, where do I start with this, right? Where do I start with this? So let's go ahead and get into this. Now, I need to have a real conversation with y'all today. And honestly, this one is a bit uncomfortable, okay? But nothing I can't handle. Because when a child's well-being is involved, emotions run high, and rightfully so, okay? Sometimes I put a 10 on a 2. I am an empath, and I don't apologize for that, but I just wanted to make that known. We all want the same thing, okay? We want Junior to get the help, right? Now, this is a sensitive topic, especially for those of us who generally want to see Junior receive the medical attention, the therapy, the treatment, diagnosis. We don't know everything, any and everything that he needs, whatever is necessary so that he can walk, talk, eat properly, and truly, truly thrive. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about internet drama, okay? It's about quality of life. It's about a child reaching optimal health and having the support system every child deserves. Okay. We are talking about basic rights here. Okay. Basic human decency. And this is what we think is lacking that we don't see. And that's why we are up in arms. This is why we keep ringing the alarm. And that's something I think we can all agree on, right? Now, there's a lot to unpack. And I felt it important to come onto my platform and be transparent about something. Now, right now, I do not have the receipts I expected to have. And I'm not saying this to tear anybody down. First of all, let me make sure y'all can hear me because I'll be running my damn mouth and y'all can't even hear it. Just okay. like I said, I'm not saying this to tear anybody down. All right. I'm not here to discredit anyone. I don't judge people based on their past. All right. Now, it does say something about your character, true enough, but let's leave it this at that, right? But I am the type of person who believes that when something is promised voluntarily, accountability comes with that promise. And my audience deserve honesty from me always. All right. Now, let me go ahead and get into this. Let me take this down for you guys because we are going to go ahead and get into this. And like I say, honestly, there is a lot to unpack. I just wanted to make sure that I gave this live the proper introduction. All right. And I want to be fair, you guys. I want to be fair. I have been in communications with Valencia behind the scenes. And there are circumstances involving safety concerns that were explained to me. Because of that, I respectfully agreed to wait a few more days before sharing anything publicly. And I stand on that decision because safety comes first, right? Period. But here's where I have to keep it real with y'all, okay? As of today, and I think it's almost been 72 hours, I have not received undeniable proof to fully back up the claims that were discussed. And when something sits heavy on my spirit, on my, on my conscience, I have to speak on it because staying silent when I know my audience is waiting for clarity, that wouldn't feel authentic to me. All right. And maybe fake sounds harsh, but I've never built this platform by sugarcoating things. I've always given it to y'all straight, no chaser, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it makes me look uncertain. So let's go ahead and get into this, all right? Now, I do want to go back to the initial interview where interview that I had with her, where she came on my platform to speak. And some of the things that she said, all right? Let me see. Wait a minute, guys. She said, first thing, she said some things, right? She said that she was escorted to the airport with her aunt, okay? Her aunt took an Uber to get their things from the hotel room and some other things, right? I did say to her not to send me anything because I'm kind of bouncing off of Sean Davy Way's live that he did too, without actually going over there and us re-looking at his live. Okay, so I'm getting some things from his live and my previous live, and I'm kind of making a conversation about it, so I don't bore you guys too much. All right, with that. But I did say not to send me anything exposing Junior that would be a violation of a child law, right? Sending anything electronically that is against the law, and she sent it to the police and the authorities. But I did ask for her to send maybe a screenshot of his face, maybe a leg, maybe his feet, her holding Junior, standing in front of the church, the police escort. So it was a wide range of things, because when she said in the beginning that she had all of these things, she sounded to me as if she had a plethora of things to choose from, and that she could easily just pluck it from obscurity and send it to the email or text or whatever. That seems like it's not the case. Okay. Now, to me, it seems that in conversation with her that you guys are not privy to, it seems that she did not know that she had broke the law by recording Junior, to show proof of what she saw to the police. She was trying to get this evidence so she would be able to show the police, upon calling CPS or police, right? And this was her backup to back up her report. And because she was not a parent or a family member, right? And that for me is when it clicked. Okay, that for me is when it clicked. So when I initially was like, yeah, girl, go on, send it, I wasn't thinking in my head that we would be breaking any laws, that she would be sending me photos of his injuries, yes, but of him unclothed, without a diaper, from anything below the waist. That was not in my mind at the time. It was only when I had the conversation when this clicked in my head. Okay, when that clicked in my head, I told her, "Don't send me a damn thing," because it just started like the wheels started slowly turning in my. Look, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but you know what I'm saying. I'm a pretty smart cookie, and it just started ticking like tick, 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 tick. And I was like, hell no, don't send me nothing. Don't send me nothing, because just the act alone, I know our intentions are good, our intentions are pure, but the law, girl, okay, judge ain't sympathize in court, don't show forgiveness. All right. And so I was like, don't send me none of that. Don't send me none of that. I'm like, but could you send me an eye, ear, his feet, his hair? Could you send me in front of the church? All the things that I expressed to you guys. And I did not receive that. Now I'm leaving communications open, and the door is still open for that. But let's go ahead and get into what changed within the past 72 hours. Now I may be off, y'all, but it seems like it's been a few days. Okay. You guys know what I'm talking about. 48, 72 hours. What has changed? What has changed? All right. Let's get into the interview. Okay. And I'm just going to point out a few things. Let me go ahead and bring this up, and I will be in the chat, you guys. Thank you so much for being in the chat and being part of this conversation. Okay. Now, I told her or asked her to share receipts with me to vet her, right? And that I didn't have to share it because I knew that it would go viral. I also told her, once I realized that it would violate the law, not to send me those videos, okay, or the screenshot of Chrisean Jr. inappropriate, anything that would, you understand what I'm saying, okay? If they would expose him in any way. But I did ask if she could edit or send a screenshot or something that would ID Junior, okay? Now, when she could not do that, for me, it just didn't make sense. You understand what I'm saying? Because if the roles were reversed, I would have broke my neck to send a receipt to support my truth. Now, that may be unfair, right? But that's just how I roll, okay? That's just how I operate, right? Now, I'm not dismissing or invalidating anyone. And all we got is time. So she can still send credible legal receipts, and it doesn't have to be of Junior's injury or his condition, the things I mentioned, the police escort, video of her and Junior at church, video of her picking him up maybe, or holding him, or, Chrisean Rock at church, you know what I'm saying? Or her at the youth facilities, audio, anything. Let me go ahead and drop. I forgot. Hold on, y'all, before I go, because I need to be fair. And I forgot I got to drop the damn link in case she wants to come up and join. Oh, Lord, I forgot how to do that. Oh, shit. Oh, no, wait. Hold on. I know. Add guest. Hold on. All right. So let me copy this and send this just to be fair. Where am I going to put that at? Sorry about that, y'all. Let me put this in the comments. Hold on. Okay, so just to be fair, so that is there. All right. So let's go ahead and get into just the beginning, just to catch everybody up and refresh, and then we're going to get into what happened within the past 72 hours in and around 72 hours that changed everything. Okay? Because remember, she was already on this journey. And as you will hear in the video, she's going to say that. When she's in the chat, it's going to reflect that. So we were not the first. Okay? Hold on. So let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. I already have a timestamp. We're not going to watch the whole thing. Uh-oh, where's my timestamp? All right. Let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. Hold on. Let me get the video started, and then I will be in the chat. You guys know I'm not going to forget about you. Let me see. How do you find the invite? Okay, here it is. Oh, okay.
Looking for tax help? Now there are TurboTax experts right in your neighborhood. They get to know your unique situation and get you every dollar you deserve. So hand off your taxes to a local TurboTax expert today.
Duh. Okay, I remember now, y'all. I'm sorry. All right, now I'm just putting this link out there. If you want to come up, you said, if you want to come up, girl, I just wanted to invite you and put the link and just have it there, okay? If you want to come up. Okay. Now, what else did you say? What? Wait a minute, because I done skipped something. What? Girl. Thank you so much, Dorothy, for welcoming Valencia. Wait a minute, let me see what you said. Thank you for sharing, Valencia. We are very appreciative because all we want is the truth, okay? And help for Chrisean Jr., okay? We are #SaveJr. It's all up and down my timeline. I have so many videos, so the proof is in the pudding. Nobody is trying to front or anything. We need to hear more. Yes. Y'all was kicked out the church. We knew it was something. You know what? All it takes is a little clarity. That's all it takes is a little clarity, y'all. Hold on. Where is that part? Hold on, y'all, because she said something. Wait a minute. Okay. You said, yes, I will follow you. I love you and Sean. I have been screaming help. They've had my social. What? They've had my social media removed. And okay, so before she comes up and speaks, you see that she has already been on this path. Okay, she says, I've been screaming help, past tense, and they've had my social media moved and all. All right, keep that in mind. We're going to get back to that. It's not important right now, but keep that in mind. All? What the fuck? What? We are patient, Nay. Take your time. Okay, girl. Yeah, I got it. I put the link. I mean, you know, I don't want to push it on you, but next time when you come, girl, or if you want to come up now, or the next time when I go live, turn on your notifications, and I will bring you up if you're more prepared. Okay. I don't want to catch anybody off guard. Maybe you just want to tap in. Maybe you just want to listen in. So no pressure, because we will be back. Okay. Tomorrow. You said what? I just pray. I fast. I have prayer group about. Okay. Hold on. Hold on, you guys, because I'm going to add her to the stage. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Why is it not scooting over? All right, you guys, hold on. Let me just bring her up. Okay.
Okay, hello. Can y'all hear me? I'm trying to. How do I stop the echoing?
Is it echoing? You have to turn me down. Like,
Okay. Okay, give me. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second.
okay.
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on. You hear me? Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I don't know if you can. You guys see me really good?
Yes, we can see you too. Thank you so much for joining my platform. We really appreciate
Mhm.
and I'm sorry to hear what happened to you because you tried to help Junior. Is there anything that you want to say while you're up on the platform?
Yeah, hold on, y'all. I didn't want to be emotional.
Oh, girl, you're gonna make me cry.
Hold on. I
It's
want to
okay.
calm down because I want to be strong, and God has called me for this purpose, and it's hard. So just give me 1 second. I didn't mean to be emotional. I'm sorry, Chet.
It's fine. Take your time. It's fine. Take your time. It's an emotional subject, and what has happened to you, you can't help but be emotional. But just take
Yeah,
your time.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go in. My daughter is
Okay.
on the couch, so I'm gonna go in my kitchen. So my daughter is special needs
Okay.
as well. So first I'm gonna start with a little bit about my background. So
Okay.
I survived a brutal sexual assault. And so I'm telling you a little bit briefly about myself so that you'll understand why I even put myself in this situation to be hurt like this.
Okay.
Um, I survived a brutal sexual assault when I was young.
Now singing Let's Get It On, here's Moses G.
I was pregnant at 11 by my stepdad. And he unalived my baby inside my stomach brutally. I've had to have a lot of surgeries, a lot of reconstructive surgeries and everything. I've been in and out of foster care and all type of stuff. So I ended up graduating. I got a mentor and I had advocates in place, and I graduated at 16 as valedictorian. And then I got a full academic scholarship, and God had already been calling me, and I'm not perfect. I made a lot of mistakes when I was younger, older, all of that, trying to run away from the calling that I have towards God. So, I mean, the calling from God. And so I was able to identify a lot with Chrisean, and she's a very manipulative person. So I actually live in Oklahoma, and we started trying to help her in the county jail. And then we went to the church in Tulsa,
Mm-hmm.
and I would see Junior.
Oh my God.
Y'all don't know how bad it really is.
Oh my God. Now she said that she would go to the church in Baltimore, and she would see Junior. So my question, I just need a little clarity, okay? And I wanted to find out from her, and hopefully she'll click the link. Is the link still in here? Uh, Wait a minute, hold on, let me put it in again, so I can find out exactly how many times that she saw Junior. Okay. She also said we went to the church. So I know it was her and her aunt, but was it more than just her and her aunt? Was there an entourage? Did other people go with her? Did she carpool with somebody? Did they catch a? I think she caught a plane or caught a flight or something like that. She went to the airport. But was it more than just her and her aunt? Okay. And let's keep going because it's only a little bit more I'm going to play.
So when Ronnie started speaking, so anyway, at the church, I'm all over the place. So
That's fine.
and I don't even cry in front of people. When I seen Junior, he was abused.
Oh
He
my,
had bruises all over him.
oh my God.
He was sick. He was filthy.
Oh my God.
And I didn't know that he wasn't able to eat. I kept on trying to get him to eat.
Oh my God. So she says she kept on trying to get Junior to eat. And I wanted to ask her, eat what? Right? And we just want clarity, y'all. We're not making anybody a villain over here. Okay. I've dropped the link. She's more than welcome. And at the end of the day, she can still send receipts because we want to help Junior. But these are the questions that I have just so that we can get a little more clarity because we don't have receipts, right? You were attending a church in Oklahoma, right?
Yes, but I kept in contact and we was invited to come. I tried to always be copacetic and stuff. And because I always worked in youth ministry. And the pastor, Todd, and them, they told me that when I first started inquiring, I know the signs of abuse, and I know that I just know, even with special needs and everything, and I have a lot of scar tissue and everything, and I had complicated pregnancies with all of my kids. My daughter, my last child, my youngest daughter, she was born 4 months early on a laundromat floor, and they said she would never walk, talk, be potty trained on any of that. So I didn't accept that. I got early in, and when I say I didn't accept it, I mean I did not accept that that was just going to be final for her. Not that I did not accept it and I denied services and everything. I got early intervention and everything. My daughter runs, she plays sports, she does all of that. Now you can't look at her and tell she's special needs. She still have sensitivity issues, behavior issues and everything. So I'm very familiar with special needs and abuse and just everything, like the whole dynamic.
Right.
And I've always been receptive to help resources or whatever. Like I was always looking up stuff, researching everything. Like when you don't have a phenomenal parent, and I'm not bashing my parents, I have since forgiven my parents and everything. But when you don't grow up with phenomenal parents, you try to overcompensate and try to make sure that because you're not learning directly from a mom or this or that, so you overcompensate and want to go above and beyond. Even me as a woman, so they tell me I'm overly clean and all of that, and so I was invited to be able to. So anyway, let me go back a little bit. So at the church or whatever, they told me at the church that don't when I started inquiring and I'm asking and I'm shouting from the rooftops or whatever, and I started recording for my own personal evidence and everything, because I'm like, everybody is acting like a zombie, like this is so demonic. And I said, they told me, tried to convince me that she was traveling and she's doing this and doing that. So you know how it is when you try. I don't understand, because I'm the type of parent, if I'm on a plane with my kids, especially when they're that small, I don't care if they got to take what we call down here where I'm from, we call it hoe baths. I don't care if they got to get in the tub and I got to hit your hot spots, wash my babies off. I keep wipes, a soapy rag in a Ziploc bag. I just don't understand the concept that they was trying to explain to me, gaslighting me, saying this is because she's traveling and all this.
It can be scary to pursue your dream, but it's also exciting. I built a Wix website in one night, and
so I kept notating it and I kept saying something is not right. And it wasn't just the fact of his appearance, it was her interactions with him. She cusses in the church. She's very messy. It's always chaos and everything, but they use her for promotion. And I feel like it's very Luciferic doctrine going on in both churches. I stayed to my own detriment because I have a heart for children.
Right.
So fast forward, this is what they tried to tell me then. So then, you know, and then I also do freestyle gospel poetry and everything, and I minister to you through the art of gospel poetry. So I be invited a lot of places. They was like, well, let's go out here to Maryland, da 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 da.
Right.
Girl, we go out there. It was to the point to where I could not even take it no more. I couldn't take it. I called CPS. They tore me down. They said that I was a troublemaker. And then y'all got to think about, it's like me and probably several other people that are still there. I'm not there no more, but they still be there. They be recording, they be posting stuff online, like the stuff that be getting exposed. They do that on purpose.
Okay, so I wanted you guys just to refresh and get a little reintroduction to the initial part of this interview. You can always be part of the replay gang and go watch it in its entirety. I may tap back in. I wanted to address some of the comments that are in my chat because, and we're going to get into some other things, but really the clarification will come once she joins the live and clicks the link, because only she can answer and these questions. Okay. Roxy, welcome. You say she don't have any of those kind of pictures. Only pictures she has was when she was taking of him when they were cleaning him up. And this is what I'm talking about. When she said she had all these videos and all this, right? I'm assuming that she had a array of things. Now, what really made me hone in on this is when she was on Sean Davy Way, and this is just from my memory, don't crucify me. She said that she was holding her phone and acting like she was looking at something, whatever, but she really was recording. Now, if you just heard her in my live, she said that she was recording for her purposes so that she could document the proof. So when she called or reported, she would have proof. Okay, makes sense. But what I'm saying is, and I know like I'm putting myself in that position, if that, I'm thinking that anybody in that situation, once the alarm bells went off, wouldn't you not be taking other footage, is what I'm saying, right? Maybe Chrisean in the Junior in the stroller, or maybe even just a little audio of Chrisean, because what she is saying is there are other people that are also in the church, and I'm not trying to dictate anybody's behavior. I'm just pointing out things, okay, for this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like a glimpse of maybe Chrisean walking, or you know what I'm saying, maybe her coming in the church or coming out of the church. Maybe some time where Junior wasn't always in the damn bathroom. That's only a small portion of her interaction with Junior. And remember, she saw signs of abuse way before she took Junior into the damn bathroom. So I'm not saying she's right or wrong. I'm just questioning. Maybe he was in the stroller. Maybe when he went to the youth ministry, she said, this is where they brought the children. So I'm assuming that Chrisean went to the big people church and left Chrisean Jr. in the little people church. She didn't immediately just take the child to the, she had to find out that he was soiled. She had to, excuse herself. There were things that went on. It just wasn't automatic, like she popped in the bathroom and had a rag in her hand. And this is what I'm saying, that there was time and opportunity for her to, maybe he was sitting on the ground, maybe they tried to give him a block. Maybe somebody was holding him. Something happened before she went to the bathroom. Something happened after she went to the bathroom. If she noticed signs of an AB or noticed that Junior looked different from this time period, say, for example, from the time Chrisean Jr. was in jail, somebody else had to be taking care of Chrisean Jr. He wasn't just floating in the air. Somebody had to be taking care of him. How did she see him if Chrisean was in jail? And maybe she's already answered these questions. I'm just bringing this out, okay? And all the opportunities that she would have had to have other pictures or recordings or things like that. Because you would think that once she was like that, once she noticed that instinct, the same instinct she had when she was like, I'm gonna act like I'm looking at my phone, but I'm about to capture this shit. Don't you think that would have kicked in before? That's all I'm saying. And I'm not blaming anybody by any means. I'm just trying to put you guys in the mind frame. When she said she had all this is the frame of mind that I had. I'm like, oh, she probably caught them coming to church. She probably caught them trying to, Junior sitting on the ground, crisscross applesauce, trying to, play with a toy, or somebody was holding Junior. She probably took a snapshot. She said Chrisean was cussing and ranting in church. I'm thinking, oh, she probably got a video of Chrisean ranting or, cussing, or an audio. This is where my mind is at, y'all. This is why I opened up the door to the receipts. You think if she would have said, oh, girl, I'm going to give you some receipts, but they only the ones that I took in the bathroom with his diaper off, the illegal ones. How am I supposed to fucking know? So that's what I'm saying, y'all. I'm trying to give you the frame of mind that I was in, and I was open to these receipts and what I was expecting. At the end of the day, she can still send receipts because we want to help Junior. I do believe that she interacted or saw Chrisean at the church. I still fucking believe her. Do you guys get that? Hello? This live was to confront and to tackle the fact that I don't have the receipts that were promised. My inbox, my comments, my DMs are full of any receipts yet? Any receipts yet? Any receipts yet? Any receipts? You think I'm just coming here for my health? People want answers, and rightfully so. Somebody popped up on my platform and said, girl, I'm gonna see your receipts. Y'all don't know how the internet works? People are waiting with bated breath on pins and needles for these damn receipts. We've been waiting for years. Yeah, we've had Peter is the dude. Yeah, we've had medical leaks. Yes, we've had people that have given us pertinent information that we believe to our whole heart But do you know who the fuck Peter is, the dude is? Has he come forward? Has he shown his face? The people that leaked the medical leak, what's their name? Where they at? Have they come forward? Even if you know they name, rank, and serial number, have they come forward on your platform, my platform, Sean David Wade platform, and shown their face? No. This was the Holy Grail. You crazy motherfuckers. This is why this was so important. Not only did we have somebody who witnessed and it would bear witness to it, they said they had proof. And then they came on the motherfucking platform and showed their motherfucking face. Now, maybe I missed something, but who else did that? And I'm talking about from the things that have come forward and shown their face and identified themselves. And we can go, and I'm going to add that on. We can go to their social media right motherfucking now and see they motherfucking now. We can see their kids. We can see their posts. Where? Please put it in the chat. Let me refresh so you guys can understand. We were holding on to hope. Just because I'm bringing this out don't mean I don't believe her. But at the end of the day, I could believe her till the cows come home. We ain't got no damn receipts. That's the fucking point. We thought we were going to get receipts. We thought we had hit pay dirt. We thought we could drive this home. Right? Like I said, before I get to what changed, that's the important cuestiones, okay? Las preguntas. Dígame, por favor, ¿qué está haciendo? ¿Dónde está recibos? Necesitamos. For y'all who do not understand English, you can understand my broken Spanish. I didn't promise you guys this. I didn't tell her anything. I didn't even know she was going to be in my chat, let alone say the things that she said, let alone hop up on my live. I do believe that she interacted or saw Chrisean Rock at the church. Dios mío. I believe that she came in contact or seen or had an interaction or was in the presence of Junior. And maybe that's how she was able to describe her experience with Junior and give such detail on Chrisean Jr.'s condition. But somewhere there is a disconnect, and y'all just want me to go along to get along because y'all used to that. You're a bunch of fucking assholes. You want to know why? We're the bad guy. Because we want to keep balance. Two things can be true at the same time. Nobody is trying to attack her. I'm not trying to villainize her. We're still in communications, y'all. Hello. She knows I'm live. Okay? Like, calm the fuck down. Somewhere there's a disconnect. There is a lack, and I can't quite put my finger on it. But lo and behold, I watched Sean Davy Wade's live. And there's clarity. But I need to clarify the clarity. Because as you can see in the title, Chrisean's ex-church member, recent live sparks new investigation. You think I just pulled that out the air? I just pulled it out my ass. I need clarification on that. Right? I'm not here to dismiss anyone's truth or experience, but me as a content creator, a law-abiding citizen, and sitting on the sidelines, I need receipts. So the lines of communication are still open, you guys. Calm the fuck down. And the opportunity to send receipts are still extended. So what I can promise you is that once I get the receipts, I will stand and deliver. Right now, we are in standby mode. And I want to know why. The why was answered in Sean Davy Way's live. But on my platform, I wanted to invite her to say whatever she wanted to say, good, bad, or ugly. Whether she wanted to stand 10 toes down, defend herself, or give us some more tea, it's her choice. She can do all three. But from what I heard on Sean Davy Way's live, my interview sparked an additional investigation in Baltimore, Oklahoma. I don't even know which one. An additional investigation. Because remember, if I'm not mistaken, she said there were two. There was an open investigation and I think a pending one. That's what I'm here for. To tell y'all, hey, y'all, I got bad news and I got bad news. You want the bad news or the bad news first? Oh, you want the bad news? Okay. I don't got no receipts. So stop asking. And I'm telling you why. What else do you want from me? Blood? You want me to jump off a bridge? That's not my burden to bear, but it is my responsibility to bring it to these social media streets and let y'all know what the fuck going on, like I would do with any other live. I don't have to switch up. I don't gotta lie to kick it. The fuck? And I don't know this woman. And I still believe her. Let that sink in. That wouldn't have been enough for y'all. If I wouldn't have came on here and addressed this, you guys would have poked me like a voodoo doll. You would have held my feet to the fire and did a scene from The Color Purple with your two fingers until you do right by us. The fuck? What do you want from me? This is what God put on my heart to do. This is the right thing to do, is to come and confront this because it happened on my platform. But this is not my responsibility. I didn't promise y'all shit. I'm the third party. All I said was, when she give it to me, I'm gonna show it to y'all. That was my only job. What's my duty? Oh, when you give it to me, I give it to the people on my platform. Oh, okay, gotcha. Right? So that is what I wanted to ask. This is what I wanted to clear up. Because I need answers. We need answers. Because at the end of the day, if your goal is to get Junior help, this is the path. Because how fucking awesome is that if that interview sparked an open investigation? Think about it, y'all. This would explain why she can't give me no damn receipts. It's actually making her look good. Are y'all cool? If this is true, no wonder she can't give us receipts. The fuck? This makes her shine. And that's all I wanted to clear up. Right? Exactly. People are asking for truth because they can't see what's going on. They're not behind the scenes with me. They don't know what conversations I'm having, what she's saying and what she's not saying, what she can say and what she can't. Right? And so that's why we're here, y'all. No one can stop Valencia from telling her story. And I'm not here to bash or invalidate anybody or discourage her. Right? But I am here to clear the air. There will be no receipts. And from my understanding, that's what's changed within the past 72 hours. Because if this was already in play, think about it. If this, what we know now, was already in play, why would she even offer to send the receipts in the first damn place if she already knew that she couldn't? That means something between the time that she came on my platform until now, something changed. That's the reason why I played the beginning of this video for you guys to know. I've been screaming. She's been screaming. She's been doing this. She's been trying to get Junior help. She was looking for help herself. And we are still here. If I got a question about something or something's rubbing me the wrong way, you best believe I'm finna, in the stove, at home, at the library, on my platform. I don't give a fuck. And then once it's clear, we can go back to playing jacks. We can go back to jump rope. We can go back to watching cartoons. I know people are going to have a different opinion, but as long as I am clear in my conscience and I know I'm doing the right thing, that's all that counts to me. Somebody said in court, they want proof. They don't give a damn. Exactly. Why should we not be held to the same standards? Anybody can come up here and say that they seen Chrisean. I can go on somebody's platform right now and be like, you know what? I see Chrisean Jr. And Chrisean Jr. has stores all over him. I can go to everybody platform, accumulation of what everybody been saying, an accumulation of all the receipts that have been dropped. I can put all that shit in AI and come up with a script that will flip your lid. Anybody can come up here and say they seen anything. The only thing that sets you apart and validates you and vets you as a reliable source is the receipts. With the receipts, we could take it and run with it. All we can do now is just believe her and support her. That's all we can do. All I can do now with this that I have is believe her and support her. I can't run with this. What can I do with this? Not a motherfucking thing. All right. So I was hoping that she would come and join us on this live so that she could just reiterate, because she just said it on Sean Davy Way. Now I would have to go and watch Sean Davy Way's video again in order to get it clarified, and I was going to do that when I got off here, because most of you guys just came from over there. You guys saw it. Now I could definitely play a part of Sean Davy Way's video so that we can see if we can get to that part. You know what I'm saying? But I can't do anything with this. I wanted to take this and run with it. I wanted to yell from the rooftops. Finally. Okay? I'm limited in what I can do. Other than that, this is just like the medical leak. This is just like, got to throw in the word allegedly. We don't know for sure. We believe the medical leaks, but we don't know the source. It sounds about right, right? We wanted to take it to the next level, guys. And the fact that she says that there's an investigation going on is awesome. That means someone is finally listening. Don't y'all get it? This would be a breakthrough. And I feel that it's a breakthrough whether we get receipts or not, but this is as far as I can take this. I'm going to have to leave this where it is and leave the door open for her for communication. If she wants to drop, receipts, the door is still open. Nothing has changed. But I myself can't take this anywhere else. And to get that clarity from her and for her to reiterate would be awesome, right? When did the police reach out to you? She said the police reached out to her. When? And I'm pretty sure she said it on Sean Davy Way's live. But I wanted her to add to this conversation because this is where that motherfucking conversation started. We started this gangster shit. And this the motherfucking thanks we get? When did the recent open investigation start? Within the last 48 hours? Did my interview spark an additional investigation in Baltimore and Oklahoma? So based on this recent investigation, if that is what she was saying is true, we ain't gonna get no damn receipts. Why? Not necessarily because she doesn't have them, but she can't fucking share them with us. Hello? That's all I'm saying, guys. Right? I just believe that includes all the receipts that she can send us, right? Because there's other things outside of Chrisean Jr.'s picks, like you can't even send the other receipts. You can't even send us the police escort. There's a small smidgen of the video. You can't receive, any itinerary, your plane ticket, so we can match the dates. I don't even know the dates of when this happened. I don't even think that's been discussed. The receipts of your trip, any audio, pics of Junior or Chrisean Rock, hopping her rabbit ass, cussing in and out, her on the way to the bathroom, because she says there's other people that are in the church. She's not there anymore, but there are other people in the church. And what are they posting? They're posting Chrisean leaving Junior in the pew and walking off. There she goes. Look, 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 look. Hey, look, 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 look. There she go. There she go. Where Junior at? He over there. He over there. You get the camera. You go over there. Look, she going out the door. She going out the door. Bam! She done left him. Hello? Is it out the ordinary that I would expect? Maybe she got some. Maybe she has some videos like that. Since she's telling us that there are other people that are filming it, that's what they doing. They filming Chrisean rabbit ass leaving Chrisean Jr. in the pew unattended and walking her ass outside, phone all out. She all loud, probably laughing. What else are they posting? The people that stayed behind and are doing the same thing as she was doing. Uh-oh, there go. No, look, Tessa, she over there. No, Chrisean is over here next to the preacher's wife, right? All up dead in front of the preacher. But look. Tessa, she over there with Junior. No, to the left. Yeah, no, you film Chrisean. I got Tessa and Junior. See how he's flailing? See how she can't control him? That's what they're doing. You ain't got none of that. Is that so outlandish? That's all I'm saying. Look. Ooh. She put Chrisean Jr. down. Uh-oh, he's crawling. No. Over here. Yeah. No, you get the you pull your camera out sneakily and you get the pastor's reaction. I'm gonna get Junior crawling on the ground. Yeah. See? Ooh. He's crawling on the ground. Ooh. Uh-oh. You see the lady? Let's zero in on the lady. You see the lady next to her? She tapped her on the leg. Uh-oh. Chrisean is getting up to get Junior. There she go. You ain't got none of that. Come on now, y'all. Come on. Right? That's not reasonable. That's not sensible. Because that's what I thought I was getting. You think I was sitting here like, ooh, rubbing my hands together, like, ooh, I can't wait to see little Junior, full effect without his diaper on and just exposed. Yeah, can't wait. Come on now. That didn't even cross my mind until she said what she said about sharing that footage. And then it clicked. That's all I'm saying, y'all. All right? But I mean, I'm going to listen to a little bit of Sean David Way because maybe she's not going to join. I don't know. And I put the link up there. But basically, that was the meat and potatoes of this live. To tell y'all, I ain't got no receipts. Don't ask for no more. This is the end. Okay, I don't want to sing Boys to Men because half y'all will probably leave the live, but we've come to the end of the road until there's an update. It's up to her to prove and tell her own story, right? Let's listen to a little bit of Sean Davy Way's live, all right? And see if we can get to the part where she speaks on that and, maybe we can get a little clarity. I didn't watch, I didn't review Sean Davy Way's live because I thought she was going to come hop on my live and we were going to be able to discuss that. And for whatever reason, she has her whole life. She got children. She has medical issues. And, I wish her the best. And we're still communicating. So, who knows what's going on. Okay. But hold on, y'all. Let me take this down. Let me go on over to Sean Davy Way. And we'll just listen to a little bit of it, maybe jump around because he had a whole 2-hour live. And again, most of you guys probably came from over there in the first place, okay? I'm not in the business of boring you. I already repeat, a lot of things, so I'm surprised y'all are still here. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Oh, can y'all? Let me see if you guys are going to be able to see it. And then I'll be in the chat. I'm getting ready to come to the chat before I start his video, okay? But let me just set it up. And then I'll come to the chat, see what you guys are saying. Hold on. Damn, what happened? Oh, commercial. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me just set it up. And I do want to see what you guys are saying, okay? Because it's important. And I feel in a way, not necessarily misled, but maybe my chat was bamboozled. But then again, you think about it, and I think the reason why she can't share these receipts is out of her control. But the message is still the same. Like, I still need to come tell y'all, right? Hold on, y'all. Okay, I have it set up, but let me come to the chat, okay, and see what you guys are saying. Oh, it's moving so fast. Who cares if she's a felon? I ain't spoke on it, so I don't know. It does speak to your character, though. But I don't give a damn. Somebody said thank you. Somebody said Sean was taken back by her interview. That lady shared a lot. Well, can anyone tell me what her past has to do with Junior? Good question. I mean, it does speak to your character, you guys, but my focus is Junior. Okay? Not that I wouldn't have asked her some questions about it. I mean, we're not going to ignore it, but I don't give a damn. I'm worried about what's going on with Junior. Sean David Wade mentioned both of us to collab. Okay. Junior needs help. That's all that matters. Thank you. I think Valencia just wasn't ready to be the last raindrop to cause the flood. Yeah, I mean, it came fast. It went viral. I get it. And I'm sure she regrets. She even said on Sean David Way, she regrets showing her face and just coming up there. Okay, maybe it wasn't such a good idea, but it happened. We're here. This is where we're at. Okay. No one is defending Rockhead, but I'm not going to ignore the facts. Exactly. I believe her. Somebody said, what? Being a felon is important detail considering what she was arrested for. If that's her, you're joking, right? I ain't joking. I just said it attests to her character, and I would have brought it up, but I'm not concentrated on that. I'm not taking notes. None of that. I'm focused on Junior and what she came on my platform to say. She didn't say nothing about her past or nothing like that. So it's not going to be ignored, but that's not my focus either. We can't even get Junior help. You think I'm going to start focusing on what? So you're a felon, huh? Like, and a lot of things that you guys are saying, Sean David Wade addressed it, and we're about to listen to it. So I know the answer to it. I was just going to expound on it. I was just going to elaborate on it and allow her the space and the opportunity and the platform for her to speak her truth. That's it. Martha Stewart. Somebody said Martha Stewart is a felon. She stole money from her grandpa to send to her man in prison. Her being mentally ill means nothing. People struggle. Let me see what else you guys do. Are y'all reading the title of Sean's live? The fuck? Yeah, we read it. Yet his title of his live, he didn't get into it. Remember? He's going to get into it tomorrow, and we will be there, front and center, with bells on. I'll be sitting right in the front row. He's going to address that. He kind of touched on it, but he didn't go into it like he was because of her joining the live. And what was said was important, and it needed to be said. I think it would have been weird if we would have had that 1.5 to 2 hour conversation and he would have been like, so, you know what I'm saying? You got to kind of get that prepared and be in that mind frame in order to do this. Somebody say nobody's defending Chrisean, saying this lady is off. Just want to know her true intention. A psychic says she wanted. Never mind. I'm done talking about that lady. Age was talking. What? Age was talking very fast and was saying a lot. We all have a past. Yes. My question is, if she did provide proof, then what? It would have vetted her. It would have solidified her and made her official. It would have made her an official source. And I know it's just a receipt. That's what makes you official. That's what vets you. You have to look up the word vet to understand what that means, unless you guys already know. I know I'm working with a bright bunch of people. So that is what you need in order to vet the source. If she is the source, her receipts would vet her, would make her official, and we could take it and run with it. We could take it to the bank, like you said, where they'd be like, take that to the bank, right? Somebody said, don't forget Chrisean was stealing her homeless mom's SSI checks too. I'm sure the Rockheads have been attacking and threatening her. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what else somebody is saying. I wish she would have took it to someone who would have helped Junior. I was talking to Lisa, not you. LOL. I believe everything she said. Her past has nothing to do with what she said about Junior. Let me see. Kita Girl says, girl, stop the BS. Keep thinking everybody is stupid but you. You sound like the damage control crew. Both of you, Blonay and Sean Davy Way, collab to talk to Valencia. Yeah. I believe what I'm seeing with my eyes. And most people feel that same way that GG77 feels. They're not going to believe it until I won't see it till I believe, won't believe it till I see it. Okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into Sean Davy Way's live. It's in her police records. Hey, what's up, Rachel? Somebody said her criminal record still does matter in terms of credibility, though somewhat. Yeah, I agree. It's just I'm not concentrating. I'm not saying what you guys are saying is true, right? Because what if she would have been a mass murderer or a serial killer? It doesn't matter. Oh, she killed, what, 50, 58? Oh, 60. Okay, of course. Like, come on now. Let me see. What does it say? Sean was kind of in between. What I believe, I believe. He wants to investigate more, it seemed like. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, I'm nothing compared to Sean Davy Way. Like, I'm nothing. He's gonna get down. He gonna investigate the joint for traps, and that gonna check the telephone for taps. Okay. I'm just going to grab my pen and paper, research what I can that's within my arm's length, and say, so, what did you say your name was, ma'am? There's different levels to this shit. Okay? And some people have the means and they have the skills and the ability and the know-how and the inside scoops and things like that, and can do far more than I can do. You know? Yeah. You guys watch Sean David Way. He's going to, yeah. Okay. He said Sean David understood it was an impromptu, interview for you. Yeah. And shout out to Sean David Way, because he basically said everything that I would say, you know. And I'm glad that he had my back, because it's the truth. It's not like, girl, I'm gonna have your back. I don't care if it's true or not. I'm just gonna stand with you, just blindly stand with you, girl. No. He's pointed out exactly what happened, and he stated the truth and stood on it. And I absolutely appreciate him for that. Somebody says, I'm definitely not defending Chrisean, but this woman was charged with deception. But how would that help Junior? Let me see. And I do want to kind of reiterate or clarify even more, because I know people are like, well, if she did give you receipts, then what would you do with them? Nothing. Because if what she's saying is true, and my interview with her it sparked another investigation, I can't share it. That's the fucking point. But I would have seen it. I would have been content. I would have known. I could have came here and said, y'all, I can't tell you much, but she is vetted. She's 100. She got them receipts she was talking about. She got them. I would have been able to bear witness. I don't care if it was a 2-second clip of Junior's elbow. I don't care if it was 3-second audio of Chrisean saying, I'm praying out to God to help me with these hard times. Okay? That would have been enough. And who's to say that's not in the pipeline? We're still working behind the scenes, guys. All right? So let's go ahead and get into this interview. All right, you guys, let's go. Hold on. And I got to make sure you guys can hear.
Too much on your thing, because I don't know what all I can say or can't say. But I've done a lot. Like, I've, in so many words, been, my body has been exploited and all type of stuff. And then I would go to a family member and try to tell them, and I need help, and I need this and this and that. And the family member in that home would try to take advantage and exploit as well. Not all my family. I have a lot of family that stand up, that supported me. When I went into St. Anthony's, it's a child facility here. I went into St. Anthony's with the trying to unalive and stuff like that. You know, my family stepped up. They helped me. They corralled me, and you know, I got the support and everything that I needed. But those allegations were not true.
Let me know if y'all can hear this. Green hearts in the chat if y'all can hear this.
Hello? Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. Okay, can you hear me?
Like you said, but I think, like you said, nobody cares about that. Y'all want to hear about Junior, and I understand that, and that is real. I don't know if you want to ask me something or anything like that, but yeah, that is the truth about my past. And, there was a very hurtful situation. Matter of fact, a lot of people that heard that or seen that, they immediately, well, mostly everybody, they already knew that it was fake. And my mom has done a lot of things like that before. My mom has called CPS on me. My mom has, my biological mother, she has done a lot of things, and it was more in favor to protect her image and protect her persona and, things like that. And from her past or whatever, protecting her husband. I've had CPS show up the initial first time, and I could show you, well, not like you told me, don't even say that. I had pictures from when I was younger, well, from when I was abused and everything, that my great-grandparents took of me. And my great-grandparents submitted those pictures before. And initially, CPS, when they was doing an investigation, I was just staying at my grandmother's house. They didn't do anything. They did not do nothing. And my mom would always try to explain things away. And all of this, it was up until everything broke out after I had ended up going to the doctor in the pregnancy and stuff like that with my stepfather. I had been it's a whole paper trail of me telling people.
She looks stunning, doesn't she?
It's a masquerade party to die for.
Oh, I'm so... Oh, the cookie lady.
People, school officials and everything, what was going to me. And in my family, I don't even think there's barely any women in my family that hasn't been or went through the things that we've went through, assaulted, been, survivors and stuff like that. There's no women in our family. It's like a generational curse. But the difference between me and my family is I was the one that started speaking up for myself. I started being the black sheep in some people. Some people would tell me to be quiet about it. Some people would say, well, don't say anything. Some people supported me, had my back 1,000,000%. So it was what it was. But yes, it used to be a lot of vindictive things that was against me that had a lot to do with me not wanting to. I know how it feels when you come forth and you say something and you're not believed. Like that is the story of my life.
Yeah.
So my motivation, and then people are asking, why was I using the word crowd? I'm using the word crowd for number one, because that's what keeps on coming to me. Inboxes, messages, yes, she's clout chasing, she's clout chasing, she's clout chasing.
Yeah.
I started watching your videos I was watching your videos from probably from the last few weeks, maybe. And I think I seen one of your videos when I haven't watched all of them, but I seen one of your videos and it was like, we want cloud. And so
I know what I'm doing.
It made me laugh and everything.
Y'all not here for no reason.
Watching your stuff when I be in the
she needs to get it out.
And so I was just laughing. I'm like, that's really the truth, how they make you feel like I don't want that. And you know what, Sean? You're right. I should have not have showed my face. I would take full accountability for everything. I should have not have showed my face. It just happened so fast. Like, we can drop the link if you would like to come up and everything. And it's no different than what I've said in your comments and everything. Like, I've been to church where y'all are accurate. Those are the comments that I have made. Like, I've been to church with her. Y'all are accurate.
First of all, it is kind of hard to understand her. It's kind of muffled. That's as loud as it goes. Child of the Most High spoke on this and said, today on Sean show, she said that the law told her that whatever evidence she has not to share with anyone. This should answer a bunch of these comments in my chat, because it's part of an investigation, and any info pertaining to a minor needs to stay private. Okay? Right? This is what has changed, you guys. This has what has to. Did she say this when she hopped on my platform? Did she say anything about she can't talk, she can't release nothing? I can answer that. No. I'm assuming that something happened within these past 48 to 72 hours to change that. Someone said she can show you and Sean behind the scenes on FaceTime or something. And we're working on that. That's exactly what I said. Shout out to me. Me. Bingo. Ding, 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 ding. And then I can come here and say, guess what, guys? She's 100% legit. And somebody may be in the chat and say, well, you've seen the receipts. What are they? Can you show us? Well, no. There's an ongoing investigation, and she has been instructed that she can't share anything. It may be something outside of what she gave the Popos. Remember, she gave them like the most pertinent to prove that Junior was AB. We are asking for things outside of that scope. Chrisean walking in, Chrisean walking out, you in front of the church, you an escort. That has nothing to do with inappropriate pictures of a child. Those are some things that we can see, but we can't share because it may jeopardize the investigation. But it still would serve its purpose in vetting the source. Say it with me, folks. Vet the source. Make it official. Yeah. Shout out to you guys. All right. Let me get back to this, you guys. Hold on.
That's pretty much what I was saying. I didn't intend on going up speaking in details and things like that. It just kind of happened, and I don't have etiquette and stuff. And Sean, the initial footage and everything that I showed the police and I showed CPS, they had that information. They did not do anything. They said it would be an investigation. Sean, they did not do anything. When I said I could show you this and show you that, they never at the time said that that would be relative to child porn, that it's a felony offense to, it's a
If you got hit, even if you were not driving, you need to try this.
Because if you were in a car accident in the last year, you could be.
It's a felony offense to record a child in a private setting without the consent of adults. That had never been told to me before.
So this is besides sharing the information. She just expressed that she didn't even know that it was illegal on how she obtained her proof to show the police, which she did. She didn't know at the time that even that act was illegal. This is besides the fact of sharing it out and us putting it out on the internet for everybody to see. I just wanted to make that distinction. Okay? My thing is, and I'm pretty sure she might say it, when did she learn that? If she knew that when she came on my platform, why would she promise me to send receipts? Why would she say that publicly on a live stream? She said she didn't know in this instant right here. She said she didn't know. So when did she find out? Was it within the past 72 hours, 48 hours? Did a little birdie come and tell her? We're about to find out. This is why we're going over this.
Never, not one time. They never say if you share it online, you send it to someone, it could also be a federal offense. They never told that to me. When I resubmitted everything to the Oklahoma Police Department, that's when, because they had already been contacting me. When I resubmitted everything, they said, and I never took into consideration if there would be an issue in sharing anything. I never took that into consideration. And you're right, I spoke too soon, and I should have never, and everybody should hold me accountable for that, because I did say I could show this, I could show that. I don't have any problems with any of that, and I didn't. When they contacted me and they said, if you share this, you share that, that's a conviction, a charge being pressed and everything, then I had to take that into consideration.
She just said she jumped the gun. I'm just putting this in. I'm not saying it verbatim. She said, I spoke too soon. When did she speak too soon? When she was at the library? At Comic-Con? At the liquor store? Or on my platform? That just happened not but 72 hours ago. Ma'am, I think it's C when she spoke on your platform, not but 72 hours ago. Thank you, Lisa. She said they reached out to her. And when they did, she had to do what? Take it into consideration. This is the change that has happened since she first got on my platform and said she was going to share all the receipts and all the receipts. Get it? Got it? Good.
Investigation. Sean, they did not do anything. When I said I could show you this and show you that, they never at the time said that that would be relative to child porn. That it's a felony offense to record a child in a private setting without the consent of adults. That had never been told to me before. Never, not one time. They never say if you share it online, you send it to someone, it could also be a federal offense. They never told that to me. When I resubmitted everything to the Oklahoma Police Department, that's when, because they had already been contacting me. When I resubmitted everything, they said, and I never took into consideration if there would be an issue in sharing anything. I never took that into consideration. And you're right, I spoke too soon, and I should have never, and everybody should hold me accountable for that, because I did say I could show this, I could show that. I don't have any problems with any of that, and I didn't. When they contacted me and they said, if you share this, you share that, that's a conviction, a charge being pressed and everything, then I had to take that into consideration. Shauna, you know my background, you know my history.
She said when she resubmitted that to the Oklahoma authorities, they had already been reaching out to her. So when she did resubmit it, they let her know that if you share this, this could be and they put it online, this could be a federal offense. If she's saying that she didn't know it before when she hopped on my platform, that means that that happened within these past 3 days. This what has changed. She said they were already reaching out to her. What sparked them? Because she said before, when she reported it, I guess in Baltimore, they didn't do nothing. They didn't tell her none of this. They didn't tell her it was illegal, not only how she obtained it, but if she shared it. She didn't know none of this shit. before she hopped her ass on my platform. So that means within the past 48 to 72 hours, they reached out to her and she resubmitted what she has already submitted and they wasn't doing shit. But now she said they reached out to her. Why do I keep playing so? Because this is all we need to hear. We barely ain't gonna hear nothing else.
Y'all are accurate. Those are the comments that I have made. Like, I've been to church with her. Y'all are accurate. That's pretty much what I was saying. I didn't intend on going up speaking in details and things like that. It just kind of happened, and I don't have etiquette and stuff. And Sean, the initial footage and everything that I showed the police and I showed CPS, they had that information. They did not do anything. They said it would be an investigation. Sean, they did not do anything. When I said I could show you this and show you that, they never at the time said that that would be relative to child porn. That it's a felony offense to record a child in a private setting without the consent of adults. That had never been told to me before. Never, not one time. They never say if you share it online, you send it to someone, it could also be a federal offense. They never told that to me. When I resubmitted everything to the Oklahoma Police Department, that's when, because they had already been contacting me. When I resubmitted everything, they said, and I never took into consideration if there would be an issue in sharing anything. I never took that into consideration. And you're right, I spoke too soon, and I should have never, and everybody should hold me accountable for that, because I did say I could show this, I could show that. I don't have any problems with any of that, and I didn't. When they contacted me and they said, if you share this, you share that, that's a conviction, a charge being pressed and everything, then I had to take that into consideration. Shauna, you know my background, and I didn't intend on going up speaking in details and things like that. It just kind of happened, and I don't have etiquette and stuff. And Sean, the initial footage and everything that I showed the police and I showed CPS, they had that information. They did not do anything. They said it would be an investigation. Sean, they did not do anything. When I said I could show you this and show you that, they never at the time said that that would be relative to child porn.
When she promised, when she's told us and said to us that we can show you this or show you that, they never even told her that not only obtaining it, but sharing it was against the law. When did she tell us that she could share it and she was going to bring videos and all that on my platform? What changed?
That it's a felony offense to record a child in a private setting without the consent of adults. That had never been told to me before. Never, not one time. They never say if you share it online, you send it to someone, it could also be a federal offense. They never told that to me. When I
if you share it online or share it with someone else, that someone else would be me, it is a federal offense. And some of y'all still in the chat, well, you told her don't send it. Fuck yeah. I got shit to do. I don't got time to be dealing with federal offenses. You know what that means? That means you break the law. You know what that means? Possible jail time. You got time? I don't. Don't send me that bullshit. That is child porn. You think I want that in my possession? You think I want to put an emoji over it and share it? Just the receiving of that, just the act of sending it electronically and receiving it is against the law. Fuck this damn YouTube. Fuck showing y'all receipts. It's not worth it. How can I help Junior and I ain't here?
Like that's really the truth. How they make you feel like that's what is the child porn. That is a felony offense to it's a felony offense to record a child in a private setting without the consent of adults. That had never been told to me before. Never, not one time. They never said if you share it online, you send it to someone, it could also be a federal offense. They never told that to me. When I resubmitted everything to the Oklahoma Police Department, that's when, because they had already been contacting me. When I resubmitted everything, they said, and I never took into consideration if there would be an issue in sharing anything. I never took that into consideration. And you're right, I spoke too soon, and I should have never, and everybody should hold me accountable for that, because I did say, I could show this, I could show that. I don't have any problems with any of that, and I didn't. When they contacted me and they said, if you share this, you share that, that's a conviction, a charge being pressed and everything, then I had to take that into consideration, Shauna. You know my background, you know my history. And
okay, hold on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you can hear me. I definitely wanted you to get off your chest what you feel like you need to get off, because I know a lot is going on. So I was positive that you would have a lot to say. Now, the reason that, can you mute really quick? Because there's a little feedback, and I don't want you to keep hearing a bunch of feedback on your end.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, just hit the mute. Thank you. So I know you're probably wondering why my title is my title, Chrisean, ex-church member, exposed for stealing from a terminal or grandpa, etc. The reason that's in the title is because this is all about you, right? Nothing more, nothing less. I could have been put this information out there, and I know everything. Like when it comes to you, I know everything because I do extensive research on anybody that comes on my show. You reached out to me prior, right? And the reason that I did not pick up your story is because you did say that you had proof. Now, I don't mind a person just having a story. Your story is your story, and it belongs to you. Nobody can take that from you, right? But when you're saying you have evidence to back what you are saying, then set evidence is going to be expected, right? It's like me saying, I call you on the phone and you tell me that you are on your way to work, you're about to catch the bus to work. And I tell you like, hey, no, don't worry about catching the bus. I'm going to give you a ride later on. Just call me when you need a ride. And then you call me and I'm like, what you calling me for? Now,
Tea Java is so incredibly delicious. It's tea-luscious. You can see it. You can taste it.
now you done missed the bus, all of that, because that's pretty much like what's going on with Blonay. When you went on Blonay's platform, your story was your story. It belonged to you. But you promised the audience, as well as Blonay's as well, that you have proof to back what you are stating. So the people expecting the proof, they shouldn't be shunned or like they're trying to victim shame or like they're making this thing, because that's kind of like what the energy is given. It's like two sides of energy. One side of energy is an audience of people that genuinely believe your story. And then you have the other side of the audience of the people that want to believe you, but a lot of people have been bamboozled on the internet before. There's been plenty of people that have came forward and said that they've been ill, that their children have been ill, that they've seen something. We've been through that time and time again over here. And again, the main agenda is Junior. So the reason I kept this information in the background and why I didn't say anything is because it doesn't have anything to do with anything if your story is legit, right? So if your story is legit, you're telling the truth, and you have these receipts that you said that you had, then who cares what you did in the past? That's why I didn't bring anything forward. But as of now, you haven't brought anything forward. And now the audience is coming to myself and Blonay because you're publicly stating that you sent me things, and you're also publicly stating that you sent Blonay things, and we don't have anything. So the audience keeps coming to us as if we owe them something, and sweetie, we don't. You do. You owe them that because you told them that. Okay? The audience didn't ask you for receipts. Blonay didn't ask you for receipts. Sean didn't ask you for receipts. Like, nobody did that. You offered them. So when you go to offer something, you have to deliver. Okay? So at this point, you still have to deliver. We understand that you have a past. We understand that you've been through a lot of stuff. Okay? But that don't have nothing to do with Junior, because this is what this is about. Okay? We got really excited when you came forward because we keep hearing all of these stories, Valencia, but you're an eyewitness. I've never met Junior. Blonay has never met Junior. So we can only go off what's being brought to us and what we see just like anybody else. That's it. We're not around them, right? So you gave us hope because now we have someone that we can back, that no one can negate or refute to say that you are lying. Nobody can do that. Like we finally have someone tangible because we all believed you, right? We did. The reason I didn't take your story in the first place is because I was just waiting for the receipts. I never got any, so I kept going because I don't do things for a cloud. Because I could have just threw you online. Oh, yep, ex-member. She said da 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 da. I didn't do that because I genuinely want Junior to get help. This is not about clout to me because I am that. You know what I'm saying? I could talk about anything, paint drawing on the wall. You know, I've been shifting my content in another direction while still raising awareness for Junior. So that's not a must, right? So we got really happy when we heard from you because you were like a beacon of like hope. It's like, oh, finally. Because like all of these people around Junior, but nobody's saying anything. Nobody's doing anything. This is why people are getting upset because it's like, okay, we keep talking about Junior, but nothing's happening, right? So you were someone to where we felt like, okay, we're going to put our all behind you. Myself, Blonay, and a few other content creators, we really want to push you. We really want to pub you. We really want to back you, right? I sent Blonay the information about your past so that she could be prepared because you did not prepare her. You did not. And the naysayers can use this exact title against me, Blonay, and anybody that tries to defend you. So we needed you to be telling the truth. We want you to be telling the truth. This is why we have given you time, because we could have been did this. We're giving you time to tell your story because it belongs to you. And the audience, okay, are coming to us. They're dependent on us. They're sitting around every time Blonay goes live. She has to speak on this, and that's unfair to her because now it seems like you handed her a responsibility that she wants to deliver but can't deliver without you. So now the audience is blaming her. So now the audience is like, Blonay, you brought this woman here. This woman said that she had proof backing what she's saying, that she was going to give it to you. Where is it? Where is that?
Zegrid releases immediately and blocks acid that causes heartburn for 24 hours. Feel the difference.
Did you know that
So your credibility is not what I'm concerned about. What I'm concerned about is now Blonay's credibility because people believe Blonay. They've been following her hardcore. They believe she really wants what's best for Junior. And that's what she's trying to attract. She's trying to attract the people that want the best for Junior. And I still believe that you do. I think you care about Junior. I do. I really do. I don't think that this is like you don't want him to get help. And I do. I'm just confused like the rest of the audience. We're just confused. So I'm going to protect Blonay, and that's what I'm doing by letting the audience know both sides of the story. I had no intention of coming here trying to attack you or anything like that, because that's not my intention. Because if I attack you, if there's other people that may have information or want to come forward, if this is how we treat the people, why would they want to? If they have firsthand information, why would they want to come forward like, well, I've seen what they were doing to Valencia. I want that to happen to me. So that's, trust me, it's not my approach. I don't want to do that at all, because I want as many people to come forward that want to help and assist and have seen things. Like, I want them to do that. I don't want to discourage them. And I don't want to discourage you if you're telling the truth. I don't want to discourage you. I don't want that for you. I want you to be believed because you have a powerful story. It's powerful. It moved people. You have the attention of many right now. And I just hope that the attention that you have, you deserve it. Because I would hate to think that you're using a child, because this isn't Chrisean. You were talking about Chrisean Jr. That's why you have our attention. Because if you're just talking about how you seen Chrisean and how she's dirty and filthy, we wouldn't care. That's just her being dirty and filthy. She's a grown woman. You know? But this is a kid. This is an innocent. So we just wanted clarity. Blonay needs clarity. Her audience needs clarity. That's it. Because again, that information about your grandfather and the other information that I have, including about the man that you've been, dealing with and been helping in and out of prison, all of that stuff, who cares?
Okay, you guys, I want to thank you guys for tapping in. That is about it. You guys make your way on over to Sean Davy Way. If you guys want to check out that video in its entirety, and I think we hit on the exact point that I wanted to get from his live interview. And I was hoping that Valencia would come and join my live and really answer some of the questions, clarify, because we just went over what I wanted to go over, okay? About her learning that recording a child in a private setting without the consent of adult was against the law. So her gathering the information and then sharing was against the law. She brought up her past and said, my past, like I can't play around with things like that. This is what has changed within the past 72 hours, 48 to 72 hours, okay? She said the original footage that she gave to the Beemore Police Department when she first called them, they did nothing with it. They informed her of nothing. She was walking around just blind, didn't know none of that. This is the reason why when she hopped on my live, she was like, hey, I got receipts. I can send you this. I can send you that. I can do this. I can do that. They never told her at the time. And she said they never told her before that. When she resubmitted the same thing that she gave Baltimore, she resubmitted because she lives in Oklahoma. When she resubmitted it to the Oklahoma Police Department, I just wanted some clarity, because in that same sentence, she says that they were already reaching out to her. That's what she said. She said they had already been reaching out to me. Well, when did they reach out to you? The past 48 hours? When did they open this recent investigation within the last 48 to 72 hours? We hear that if you put the pieces together, that's what she's saying. My interview sparked an additional investigation, because remember, she did one with Baltimore and she did one with her home state. If she came on my platform and said, hey, I can give you this, I can give you that, but she's coming on Sean Davy Way and saying, well, before I didn't know that, but now I know that, they've been reaching out to me and I resubmitted, but they were already calling me. I can only gather from that is that my interview sparked an additional investigation. And the update is what changed everything. Okay? And so based on this recent investigation that has been opened, we will be getting no receipts. Right? So am I saying due to the recent live that it sparked an investigation and we won't be getting any more receipts? We won't be getting the receipts. I think that's in a nutshell. A pending investigation. Now, I don't know if there's a difference between open and pending, but I think she specifically said a pending investigation or something like that. You guys can go back and listen. Now, I say the communications are still open because outside of the pics of Chrisean Jr. that may violate, right? And besides what she shared with the police department, I'm sure she didn't give him everything. We don't need everything. We don't need to see unlawful pictures of Junior. We don't need to see every injury and everything close up, and we don't need all that. And I named the other things, there is something. Now, I do want to reiterate what I can on here is that some things outside of what she shared with the police that has really nothing to do with anything that she has submitted, she's shared with me. But nothing really tangible where I can come and say, because no matter what she shares, I can't share it with you. I'm not going to share it with you. But I still haven't gotten that golden, that holy grail where I can stick my chest out and say it with my chest. All right? It's up to Valencia to prove her own story. You feel me? Now, I want to go ahead and say this again. I believe that she genuinely cares about Junior. Right? And I wanted to ask her, how does she feel about how Junior is doing now? There are no villains in my story, guys. I would encourage her to go live. I wanted to ask her, will she be going live? Will she be giving updates to keep the people in the know? Right? And the fact that she needed to clear the air about the receipts. Okay? That she said that she could deliver. And unfortunately, that will not be coming to fruition. I would have hoped that she would have apologized to my audience on live. She has apologized to you guys, okay, within our interactions through text. She has apologized to you guys, okay? But I wanted to give her my platform. Let me see. Let me go down because I don't think she. Let me drop this one more time before I leave. Hold on, y'all. She might want to join. I don't know. I just want to give her the opportunity because sometimes it gets lost in the chat. Yeah, I wanted to give her a platform to apologize to my audience and kind of, elaborate on some things that she said. But it is what it is, okay? It is what it is. And this is where we are, all right? So in closing on this video, I would like to say if anyone has a problem about any of this, I would suggest that you bring it to her, okay? Because I can't do anything else with this. You gotta bring it to Valencia, okay? You gotta take it to the social media streets. Maybe she'll get on her social media and keep you guys in the know, right? But, basically, it is what it is. So in closing, you guys, I want to thank everyone for joining this live, okay? And I would like to say, if you guys have any questions, okay, please go to Valencia, all right? And if I don't say anything, it's because I don't have anything, all right? Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. Black Orchid, you said, Blone, you are a good girl. I was windmilling for you earlier, chat. Thank you so much for people that were in the chat, people that was riding for me, people that were speaking for me, people that were defending me. I see you. I see you, okay? I was over in Sean Davy Wade's live. I saw you guys in the chat, and I am absolutely floored. I'm absolutely humbled by the people who were windmilling for me and riding for me and riding for the truth. Because I am the truth. I am the truth. Right? Let me see what else you guys are saying. You know I got your back. Yes, I was there too. Yep, I saw you, girl. That's all, y'all. I was right there through the whole live, reading all the comments. Yes, I was there. Yep, I seen you. Peep the entertainment. Yes, you are the truth. Thank you so much. I understand you, Blone. I understand you as well, GG77. You add a little bit of flavor. You keep people on their toes in my chat. I appreciate it. You're a rough rider. Let me see. I'm a survivor of A, B, S, A, and DV. Damn. See that? I only got the last DV. It is what it is, girl. Not using y'all. Let me see. Thank you so much, Blone. We really appreciate you. You guys are so welcome. You guys are so welcome. I'm new, but thank you, Blone. B Spot Creations, welcome. Thank you so much for tapping in, love. Thanks, Blone, for a great live. What's up, Cuba? All right, let me go through a quick roll call, and I'm going to let you guys go. I will be back with another live video. You guys make sure you support any of the edited videos I do. When I'm getting ready to do an edited video, I just come live. I don't know why. I think it's the engagement and interaction that I love the most. But I'm going to have to start, giving you guys a variety, because you may not want to, engage for this long. I don't know. Make sure you guys use my platform and my lives as a podcast, while you're working, while you're playing, while you're getting ready, while you're, what I'm saying? Maybe you can listen to me in the background. Really the first 10, 20, 30 minutes is fine. Okay. I don't expect you to watch 3-4 hours of a live. Well, no, because I wouldn't. Unless, like I said, I listen to podcasts. I listen to people's lives all the time. That's 2 hours long. If I like you, if you're somebody who I watch all the time, Ticket TV, For No Fame, I just let it play in the background because I just love to hear them people talk. So, it's your choice. And I'm glad, either way, I'm glad you guys are here. All right. Shantae, shout out to my mods and members. You guys are doing an awesome job. I know it's a lot now. We're growing, and you guys are still showing up for me, and I appreciate you guys. All right. T. Michelle, thank you so much. Taisha Moss, Gina, a lot of my day ones are in here. What does this say? Chat with who I want. I feel that. Nikki, hello there. TT709, Chameleon Jackson, me. Blone, no supporters are upset with you. Shout out to me. You were like reading my mind, and a lot of things that you said in this chat. A few of you guys were, okay? So thank you for being an extension of me, okay? An extension of the truth, not necessarily me, because I don't want the focus to be on me, okay? I'm a piece of this, just like you guys are, okay? Nothing really special about me. I'm not standing on any pedestal. I'm not better than anybody. I'm not thumbing my nose down, looking down on anybody. We are all on equal ground, okay? Until I get rich. Okay? Until I get rich. I'm going to take a few of y'all with me. You know what I'm saying? Circle gets smaller. Everybody can't go. But I'm going to take a few of y'all with me, okay? But until then, bruh, please. All right? No apologies needed. Thank you so much. Pete, this entertainment. You did your part, Bonet. We don't blame you. Thank you so much, you guys, for the encouraging words and speaking your truth and speaking your mind, okay? Who else? Queen T, Dorothy Grant, always a pleasure, love. Keita Girl, good to see you in my chat as always. Taisha Moss, love when you come and keep us company. As always, Justy from the NAP, showing up and showing out. Shante says you did nothing wrong. Gia Creighton, shout out to you. One of my day ones. And if you are new here, welcome, right? You say, why does she have to apologize for changing her mind? Well, I'm just apologizing for, she wanted to apologize, and I wanted to apologize for not delivering what she said she was going to deliver, okay? I mean, we weren't going to throw her in jail. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're not asking for her to sacrifice her firstborn, okay? But it would have been nice for her to take the platform and do that. But hey, I can't tell people what to do. And maybe in another live, okay? Like I say, the lines of communication are still open, guys, okay? She knew I was coming live, and we're still communicating. I have no ill will towards her, but we got to do what we got to do, okay? This is how the internet works. And, you know, that's all I got. Venting the truth. Well, if I missed you guys, I do apologize to a lot of people. B-Spot Creations. Welcome. You said you were new here. Make sure you guys subscribe, okay? Make sure you guys subscribe. On the road to 15K, all right? Allie in the building. Psychedelic Vault. Is that say Psychedelic Vault? Thank you for coming through. Let me see, guys. All right, so I'm going to be out here. Connie, what is that? Gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Running from the thick boot, fucking on a shih tzu. Bitch, who gonna hit who? Bitch, who gonna hit who? You're playing too much. You saying too much. Go, baby girl, go, 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 go. Baby girl, go, go. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. I don't know why I know that. Please, I don't support that at all. So don't be saying don't be, you know, it's catchy. It's catchy. Jazita Velez, thank you, girl, for coming through. Kimberly, thank you so much for the love. Love the green hearts. Love all the love. Sasha Paget, thank you, girls. Thank you, Sasha. I'm gonna get you, running from the stick, boo, fucking on the shih tzu. Bitch, who gonna hit who? Bitch, who gonna hit who? It's time to go now. You're playing too much. You're saying too much. I like when Blueface be like, you're playing too much. He be like, it's time to go now. You're playing too much. You're saying too much. All right, you guys, let's see. And you know what? Shout out to Blonet Society. You guys make sure you grab your membership. Become part of the Blonet Society today for 10 cents a day. I would love to have you. Other than that, everything else is free, okay? Like, comment, subscribe, share out this live. All of that is frisky, okay? Gratis. All right. Like I said, I am out of here, you guys. I will be back on another video. Thank you guys so much for joining me, y'all. Until next time, America. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Hola. Let me see. Somebody said I still like Blue sometimes. Shantae, blessings. Agreed. Yeah, I still like him sometimes. We coming back to girl. We about to tear him a new asshole. You girl. When I come back, I've been holding off on this live. We're gonna tear him a new asshole. We gonna be friends again. All right. But we gonna tear you a new asshole. Okay. We about yeah. Okay. Yeah. You guys come back for the little Blueface discussiones. Okay. Thank you guys for the love. I knew y'all was gonna show me love. Brand new member. Hi, brand new. Jesse from the NAP is a member. He a G. Thank y'all. Y'all know in y'all 20s, y'all would have been, percolating to go, baby. Exactly. Girl, I know I would have been front and center. Front and center. Now, not so much. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, y'all. I'm really out of here now. I'm out of here. For real, y'all. Wait a minute. All right. Until next time, America. I'll see you guys later.
We're You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So, what I make you? Good? You're not good. You just know how to hide, how to lie. Me, I don't have that problem. Me, I always tell the truth, even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way.